Hey guys, DC Network here, coming at you with another video. Well, it looks like I chose a bad week to go on vacation, as last week was the Annecy Animation Film Festival, where usually Cartoon Network has some sort of a presence there. It's usually nothing too crazy, maybe some behind the scenes stuff on some of their current shows, or maybe they'll show a little sneak peek of an upcoming series. But for whatever reason, this year Cartoon Network decided to have like a mini upfront event at the Annecy Film Festival, as they announced a plethora of new series from some pretty iconic properties. So bear with me over the next week or so as we cover and catch up all of the announcements that came out of the Annecy Film Festival. But the first one that I wanted to talk about today is Regular Show. So if you guys do not know already, Regular Show has been announced to be getting a new series at some point in the future. We don't really know what the show is going to be about. We don't even know if Mordecai and Rigby are going to be the main characters once again. All we know is that Cartoon Network is working on a new Regular Show, and that J.G. Quintel, the original creator of Regular Show, is coming back for the series. The only thing that they really said otherwise is that some characters from the original cast will be returning in some capacity. Whether that means cameos or whether that means they're a part of the main cast, we do not yet know. Overall, I'm surprised but not surprised to hear this announcement. So if you guys recall, about 2 or 3 months ago, I made a video discussing how Cartoon Network might be secretly working on a new Regular Show project. I'll leave that video up above in the card if you want to watch that, because obviously they were working on a Regular Show project in secret. So I'm not surprised to see that, oh, there's a new Regular Show coming. I'm just surprised to see that the announcement happened when it did. As I said before, the Annecy Film Festival, yes, it is a convention, so to speak, where these companies come to show some of their new shows off, maybe some sneak peeks, maybe they'll have an announcement for a new series here and there, but I was never expecting to see Regular Show get a new series announcement at this festival. The most I was expecting to see from Cartoon Network was them maybe showing The Amazing World of Gumball Season 7 or saying what's going on with the Gumball movie. I in no way was expecting them to announce Regular Show is coming back. But the reason I'm not surprised at the same time is, as I said in that video a few months ago, Cartoon Network has been airing Regular Show more and more regularly lately. And Cartoon Network has a tendency of not airing reruns for their older series. It's just something they haven't really done over the past half decade or so. Cartoon Network really wants to promote their current series, and they seem not to care about any of their former shows. Anytime a Cartoon Network series is getting a rerun on the channel, there always seems to be some hidden meaning behind it, or at least most cases there is. When Regular Show all of a sudden reappeared on the schedule, I was like, that's interesting. They really, out of the 4 big shows that Cartoon Network had in the 2010s, being Regular Show, Adventure Time, Steven Universe, and The Amazing World of Gumball, Regular Show was the one series that always seemed to be shafted to the side by Cartoon Network. It was the show that they didn't talk about as much. Adventure Time was their big property, their big hit, if you will, out of those 4. Steven Universe always had some advertisements happening on the channel, reruns happening on the channel. The Amazing World of Gumball obviously is still getting reruns today, as that series is going to eventually get some more content, and we'll get into that in another video. But Regular Show always seemed to be the one that was just kind of forgotten about by Cartoon Network. Now, all of a sudden, last year, we start getting reruns at the 4 p.m. hour. We get it from 4 to 4:30, and I'm like, that's interesting. I wonder why they're airing Regular Show on the channel. Then it expanded to 4 to 5 o'clock this year, and it's like, okay, they're expanding upon it. That's a little bit odd. It seems like something might be going on behind the scenes at Regular Show, and it turns out that that indeed was the case. Now, as to what this series could be, I would hope that it's involving the original cast of characters in that kind of 25 years later sequence that we saw at the end of the finale, the epilogue, if you will. We saw the park having like a 25-year reunion after the events of Pops versus Anti-Pops, and we see Mordecai has kids, he's married, Rigby's married with kids, Muscle Man has a bunch of kids. So I would hope that we're going into that kind of era with this new series within the world of Regular Show. If that is indeed the case, I would imagine, yes, the original cast of characters from the park would be a part of this series, but I don't know if they would be the main focal point at that point. As we saw in that little epilogue, there's a new cast of characters working at the park. Mordecai has a bunch of kids, Rigby has a bunch of kids, Muscle Man and Starla have a bunch of kids. Those characters would all be involved in the series in some capacity, so if they do indeed go down that route and they do make this show a 25 years later series in the world of Regular Show, I think the original cast will be involved in some capacity, but they might not be the focal point. Now, the other way they could go about this is they could make it so that Mordecai and Rigby are still the main 2 characters, and it's kind of following their lives as adults, following their lives as husbands, as fathers. That would be an interesting dynamic to see within this world, and I would be perfectly fine with either, quite frankly. I'm just really really happy to see that regular show is actually coming back and we're going to get more within that world. The last thing I want to say about this is JG Quintel, as I said before, is confirmed to be working on this series, which I think it is great to see that he is still at Cartoon Network and that he will be heading up this new show. I said in my video a few months ago, we really never knew what happened with him after Close Enough got canceled. As of a little while back, if you took a look at his Twitter page, he really didn't tweet anything after the cancellation of Close Enough. It was unknown if he was even still at Cartoon Network, and obviously we know, yes, he's still at Cartoon Network and he's working on a new regular show. He's also working on another series that got announced for Adult Swim, and that series is called Super Mutant Magic Academy, and apparently it's based on a graphic novel of the same name. They have a little synopsis that reads as follows. Created by Emmy winner JJ Quintel and Jillian Tamaki, this surreal comedy is set at a high school where the student body is a mixture of mutants and regular kids. Through eyes of Marcia, a sardonic new transfer student with a mysterious past, the series follows the awkward high school struggles and occasional triumphs of a diverse cast of teens as they stumble through romance, friendship, and growing mutant powers. Based on Tamaki's comic series Super Mutant Magic Academy, it's being produced for Adult Swim by Cartoon Network Studios. So yeah, not only is JJ Quintel working on a new regular show, but he's also working on this series Super Mutant Magic Academy. So nevertheless, I'm just really happy to see that we're returning to the world of regular show, because quite frankly, it's one of my favorite Cartoon Network original series ever, and it's probably my favorite show to come out of the 2010s from Cartoon Network. Hopefully it's great, and hopefully we don't have to wait too long for this series to come, because there currently is no release date tied to it. If I had to guess, I'd imagine this is probably not coming till at the absolute earliest, early 2025, but most likely it's a 2026 show that we're looking at here. But anyways, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about all this. What do you guys think about the fact that we're getting a new regular show? How cool is that to finally be saying? If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to see more content like this from DC Network. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.